Now, several months ago, I made a video on real estate in Dubai and why I think you shouldn't invest in this market. Now, prices since then duly fell by 8%, although villas fell by a lot less than that. I want to now look at the Dubai real estate market in early 2021. I'm going to give you 5 positive things that have happened. Then I'm going to give you about 5 to 6 negative things and my conclusion at the end. So, 5 good things that have happened. Number one, the vaccine rollout in the UAE has been really, really good. It's the second fastest in the world and only behind Israel. And what's happened is that this has ensured Dubai has started to open up. And we've actually, for the first time, seen jobs growth in around a year. Number two, I want to talk about the improved relations between the UAE and Qatar. Now, there was a blockade not so long ago, and relations between the UAE and Qatar had really, really soured. But as of January 2021, relations have actually been normalized. And also in August 2020, relations were also normalized with Israel. So this should be good going forward. Number three, I want to talk quickly about Expo 2020, which unfortunately was postponed due to the coronavirus. Now, that is going to take place between October 2021 and March 2022. So this should give good exposure to Dubai. Number four, I want to talk about citizenship. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people were forced to leave Dubai, and tens of thousands had to leave due to the coronavirus and job losses because they were not. If you lose your job in Dubai, you lose your visa and you have to leave. But the government of the UAE has responded with a few good things. So in September 2020, there was the introduction of a special residence permit for foreign retirees in Dubai. In October 2020, you had a new residency program that allows foreign workers who work remotely to live and work in Dubai. And in November 2020, the 10-year visa, the golden visa program was expanded. But what is, I think, most important is that as of now, the UAE government intends to grant citizenship to a select group of foreigners, including scientists, doctors, engineers, inventors, investors, artists, and actors. And that will be for them and their families as well. Now, unfortunately, it is rather, there are quite strict conditions to this. So you have to be approved by the government to do this. And although I think this is good, I would have actually liked to have seen this go a lot further. And number five, I want to talk finally about the drop in prices. So prices in Dubai have dropped one hell of a lot. So many people would say it's a good time to buy. However, I'm going to give you several reasons why I think you should still stay out of this market. And the main one is number one. There's still a hell of an oversupply of property in Dubai and low occupancy rates. Now, they're still building in Dubai. In 2020, around 35,000 units were built. And I couldn't believe this. In 2021, they still intend on building over 40,000 new properties. Now, if you don't believe me, just listen to, let's say, the consulting firm Core, who expects real estate prices and rents to decline as a result of more and more building. And even Damac Properties, and I'm sure a lot of you in Dubai have heard of Damac Properties. They're one of the largest property developers. And they said 2021 is going to be a very, very challenging year because of oversupply. Now, number two, I want to talk about the new rental law that's looking like it's going to come in, which means landlords will not be able to raise rental rates for 3 years after signing a contract with tenants. Now, again, if any of you have followed my channel, I really, really don't like restrictions on rent. And if you couple this as well, rents actually fell more than property prices in 2020. So property prices fell up by about 8%, but rents actually fell by more than this, by around 12%. So if you couple this with oversupply as well, I think your rental yields in Dubai are going to drop quite heavily. Another reason not to invest. Number three, I still want to go back to the lack of diversification. So again, the economy in Dubai still remains massively dependent on construction industries and the oil industries, although in fairness, it is trying to diversify. Number four, I want to talk about the exchange rate. So the dirham in the UAE is actually pegged to the US dollar. And I think the US dollar is actually going to fall this year. It already has started to fall. And what that means, if you're an investor from Europe or other parts of Asia, I would actually wait, because I still think it's expensive to get in and the currency will drop. So that if the currency drops, and I think it will drop, that will ensure that when you go in, if you do decide to go in later on, you're going to go in with prices lower. Number five, I want to talk about Dubai compared to Doha. Now, I think, look, the problem is that Dubai, a lot of people think of Dubai as amazingly, you earn a lot of money, but the actual average salary in Dubai is less than 3,000 US dollars per month net. Now in Doha, the salaries are a bit higher than this. Granted, property prices are also a bit higher. But what you have to consider with Doha is that, number one, the population density is several times that of Dubai. And number two, Qatar as a country has diversified. It has a lot more investments around the world, whereas the UAE hasn't done so much of this. So I would consider Doha still a much better investment than Dubai. Okay, finally, I just want to talk about, yes, I know relations have improved between the UAE and other countries, but there still is a little bit of political tension. We've seen on the news recently about Princess Latifa claiming that she's been imprisoned by her father, Mohammed bin Rashid Al Khartoum, who is the ruler of Dubai, and that may give some more bad publicity to Dubai. I don't think sanctions will happen, but it's still not a good thing. So my conclusion is, yes, stay out of this market in 2021 and perhaps 2022 as well. There are definitely better markets to go in. If you do decide to go in, just stick to the normal downtown area where you've got Burj Khalifa and the Dubai Mall, or alternatively Dubai Marina. But my analysis here is, please do not invest in the Dubai real estate market. I don't think you're going to make much money this year or next year. And there are, as I say, better markets to invest in. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. If you do like this video, click the like button. If you like my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you very soon on the next video. Have a great day, and bye for now.